Good morning, everyone. Kenny Tony coming at you today. We have another video. So as you can guess by the title of this, that we are going to be working on the LTR 474 today. One of the things that we're going to start off with is that I did do the Nerf nets in the last video. I did not like that blaze orange, so I went out and I found a more like tangerine orange material, which matches this build a lot better. So I did switch that out overnight, cut those old ones off, and then re-sewed some new ones on. But that's not what we're going to be working on today, and we're going to talk about what we're going to be working on exactly. Alright, so here we are with the LTR 474, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. I don't think the camera is going to do it any justice right now, but what we're going to be doing is work on a couple other parts to get this moving along. So, front bumper. We're going to get that done today. That's the plan. I'm hoping that I can get the brake lines all ran and hooked up. I think I'm going to do those clamps aluminum look. What I've been using for the aluminum look is Super Chrome powder coat from Prismatic Powders. I think it looks really good when you first chrome it and powder coat and everything, but once you put the clear over it, it takes a little bit out of the way, and I think it takes you more to a silver look. So the tie rod ends were done chrome. So this isn't chrome. Like I said, it looks more close to this, but it still looks really good. So that's what we're going to use for these different parts. So I'm going to figure out what color I'm exactly going to do the front bumper. Orange or the silver. I want to lean more towards the orange. I mean, I want it to be orange. I want it to be like out there. So we're going to do that. Got to get those brake hardware done. These already came blue on one side, so what I'm going to do is get the other side done so I can get my brake and my thumb throttle and things mounted up on this side, and then start working on what I'm going to get lined up here with my switches and controls. Get those all ran down to the front. Probably going to remount the ECU and run some of the wiring harness through there. Get that cleaned up real good as well. I don't have a rear bumper yet, but that'll be in the works. It's coming along looking real good. Brake caliper works perfect. Still waiting on the brakes to come in the mail. You know, I might as well go ahead and order my sprockets. I thought I had ordered some, but I didn't. I am going to get new hardware for these. I think these are 8mm bolts. We're going to get new hardware for those down there. And we're going to get this thing starting to look a lot better. And let me rephrase that. When I do say new hardware, what I mean is new hardware, what you see. The bolts look perfect and they're great underneath, but with the nuts on the bottom. But I just want those to be nice and clean up top. I could sandblast them and powder coat them, which I might look at doing that and seeing how that's going to do. Save me from having to wait. But that's it. We're going to go ahead and get it to the building. I'm going to get some parts hung up, and we're going to figure out what we're going to be doing. Alright, camera's on and everything, so I have a little mess going on in here. But I'm going to show you all the parts that I have laid out and what I'm going to be doing with them. And I'm going to separate them into two different piles. What I'm going to do orange and what I'm going to do in the Super Chrome. And let's go and get it moving. Alright, so here are a few of my parts that I'm going to get done today. We have the front brake stay things, the little mounting hardware, and the mounting hardware that goes on the back of the Nerf bars. These are all going to go silver, look good. These parts is the brake line holder for the rear. These are the ODI grips. This is the Team Alba block off. This little stay here actually had two. One would hold the brake line in the rear, and the other one would hold the park brake. So I went ahead and cut that off, hit that with a little bit of weld. Doesn't look much different than the factory one, so hit that with a little bit of weld, and those are all going to go orange. I have my Suzuki bumper here. We're going to figure out what color I'm going to do that after I talk to my wife, and then we're going to get some of this miscellaneous stuff. Like I said, I have a mess, so I'm trying not to go down through it, but you know, get my brake mounted back on, get the brake lines for the front mounted back on, get some things put back in here and make this look more like a machine. All right, so we got the parts in the oven sitting right here behind us, and I'm going to go ahead and pull those out here in a minute, hang them up here, and we're going to shoot it with some of that Illusion Orange first. Let them cool down, well, put them back in the oven. Then we're going to clear them, and we're going to, I think, have the bumper, the ends to the handlebars, the block off, those couple parts that I just showed you. We're going to have all those done. I might wait to clear it all until I get the chrome done, so I don't have to go back and forth with all these different colors. So let's get this shot. All right, so we got everything hanging here. We got the bumper and the different pieces of hardware. Got my ground cable. We're gonna just shoot it with some color. Figure out where this is gonna take us. All right, so we got the color on there. Everything is coated real good with orange. We're gonna put it in there, let it get hot, bring it back out. Probably shoot the bumper again with another coat of orange, and yeah, probably hit everything again with another coat. All right, we're going back in. Usually it takes about 5 minutes to flash, so we're going to check on it then. All right, so we have the LTR sitting behind us, peeping over our shoulder. We've gotten a good bit of work done today. I think I got a good bit of glitter on me, but that's not really the moral. Got the LTR 474 sitting here. We have the YFZ 478 WR big bore hybrid sitting back there. Air pressure washer and whatnot. But let's take a look at seeing everything that we've gotten done to the LTR today and talk about what we got coming up in the future. Boom, more work done. So, front bumper, first thing we see, Illusion Orange, it's done, and the metallic in it is just amazing. So, it isn't perfect. It does look a lot better. Like I said, there were still some, if you look real close, you can see some imperfections in like some of these areas as it being used, but it looks great being on there. We already did those nets over. We talked about that in the beginning. We went ahead and mounted the hardware here for the brake switch. Got that on. As far as going up the handlebars, we have the ends of the ODI grips powder coated, and those are installed. We went ahead and flat blacked out the thumb throttle assembly, and we have the OEM brake assembly. I might disassemble this and powder coat it. I'm not really sure. We did go ahead and install a kill switch in the start button here, kill switch here, and this came off of a Raptor 700, so it doesn't have the same plug, but I'm going to get all that switched out with the other plug that I have, and the electronic plug is just going to be a matter of figuring out which wires to use, and that can be easily by looking at the diagram as well. However, I got that for $20, and I think the one that I see online for this one is $80, so I feel like that's a steal, and then I can easily do those changes myself. We got the brake lever on over here and the brake line, so the brake lever has been polished. It looks real good and clean. The master cylinder is installed. It looks a little bit dusty, and that hose is a little dirty, but we don't really have it shined up or nothing yet. We just have it washed off. Also, we have the rear hardware here holding the brake line. So 1, 2, 3 clamps. Those in powder coated orange as well with the illusion. And I cut, as I stated, that extra off this one and the extra off that one because we're not running the park brake line back. And I am going to be ordering 4 new bolts, I think, for here, just making it look cleaner. We do need to get a rear bumper ordered, a rear brake light ordered. The head is still sent off, and we'll talk about that once we know more about it. So I think at this point, I can get the motor back in there if I wanted. The bottom half, the bottom end. And then go ahead and get the radiator and things back in and get all that cleaned up. But, you know, we're not going to be making big changes until we get those things installed. But we officially have a nice, clean looking roller, and it looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, I like it. You know, let me know what you think in the comment section. Oh yeah. All right, so what we're going to do, since we have pretty much the end of this, we're going to go ahead and push this back in there, get it put away, and I want to show you the other parts that we did get powder coated today, and we should be getting close to wrapping this up. All right, so we got it pushed up in the shop area. So what do we get else? What else did we get done? We have right here, I did put the brake lines and all that on here, and right here, these are powder coated chrome, that super chrome. See, I think it comes out more, you know, like aluminum looking than it does chrome, but it definitely is very bright and very clean and clear. We also have the rear mounts, you know. Those look very good as well. And we have the orange on the Yoshimura header pipe, the heat shield, and I think that is about it. Now we're officially done. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you like the content. Share it. Let's try to get this video up to 1,000 likes. All right.